Greetings, entrepreneurs. I want to come on today and give you some tips for those who are maybe just starting their business. Maybe you're in it in the beginning stages of it, and you have all of these fears and apprehensions of why you're not fully invested in it. And the first thing I want to bring out is sometimes we as entrepreneurs, we overthink things. We overthink it to the point of where we don't take action. And if we don't take action, then there's no result. So in order to get out of your head, in order to get all of those things that are churning around, you have to do what is called a brain dump. Now, a brain dump is basically you sitting down, taking a piece of paper and a pen, and just basically getting all of your ideas out, getting all of the ways of how your product or service can help someone, what platforms that you want to, put your products and service on, what platforms you want to show up on a consistent basis. Because if you start doing it in that way, you'll get all of that clutter out and you won't be so overwhelmed because you have all of these things swimming around. And as a creative, I understand that because we get so many ideas, we get so many bursts of inspiration. And the thing that can hinder us also is we are trying to look like someone else. Like, for instance, if you see somebody's video or somebody's live or their webinar and you're saying, oh wow, mine doesn't look like that, it's not as polished, it's not as professional, no one's gonna look at mine, or no one's gonna take me serious because I do have an apprehension when I'm doing a video, so it's not gonna come across like that. Let me explain something to you. Everybody starts from the beginning. No one starts and knocks it out of the park and gets it perfect, but you're building your momentum, you're building your presence of how you show up on camera, how you show up in the space that you're in. And the thing about it too, it's not for you to be like somebody else. Your business is for how you show up. You are to present your personality to someone. I think for me, even though we like to see certain things that are put together and it's so polished and it looks, like they had basically a team working with them. And to be honest, some of them do. But I think the realist entrepreneur, when you can see them like basically showing you their day, they're not showing you some type of production that is, that they've made up. It's basically saying, look, this is what it is. I'm getting out of bed. I may be struggling for the most part. I'm trying to get this done. I may not have all the finances to do it this way. And that comes across to you as authentic because it's basically, wow, they're really showing me, how they're putting, teeth in the game. They're really letting me know that it's something that you have to work at. Now, I know at some point in our journey, when we do have the resources, then we want to put out something that looks more polished and more professional. But again, there's some people out there who, hey, they can care less about the polished and professional. They want to know the person that is basically bringing forth that product or service. They want to know really what type of person or entrepreneur you are. Because when you really look at entrepreneurs who are down to earth and who are centered, or who don't have all this flash and glitz and glam, they're basically the ones that are so popular. And I'll give you, for instance, an entrepreneur, Gary Vee. Now, Gary Vee has millions of followers, but the thing that he talks about that makes him so relatable is he talks about, stop caring about your metrics. Stop caring about how many people following you. Stop caring about all of these vanity metrics, because if they are not getting you to the place of you doing what you need to do as an individual, as an entrepreneur, then it's just fluff. So you have to basically get out of your head and start now pursuing what it is that you need to pursue. If there's things that is an issue within your business, as far as maybe I don't have all the finances that I need to do my business, or maybe to purchase ads, or to do certain things like that. I love what Gary Vee says. Look, go on eBay, sell stuff on eBay, go to garage sales, do all of these different types of things that can help you bring in the capital to help you do what you need to do. But don't make excuses to say that, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I have not, went to school for it. I don't have education for it. Oh, everybody else has, what you would say, a leg up on it, and I'm just sitting here struggling. And he basically gives you the, what I would say, I wouldn't even just call it inspiration. He just basically like give you a kick in the pants to say, listen, if you're not winning at this, it's because you are choosing not to. Because the mindset is something that has to change in us as entrepreneurs, meaning we have to have our mindset in a place where when you get up every day and you know that this is something that you want to do, you want to make a living out of it, then you have to be determined. We have inspirational things that we can read, we have motivational videos we could watch and all those things, but the key point of it, after you listen to that, after you viewed it, what is going to be the situation? Are you going to implement? Because we may take in a lot of information, you may be YouTubing it out, but the whole bottom line is, are you putting what you have learned or what you have taken in, are you executing on that? Because that's where the rubber meets the road of entrepreneurs saying, okay, I know now how to maybe say build an email list. So you may get that information. You may pick up that information on YouTube. You may search it on Google. You may hear somebody talking about it. But when you now sit here to say, oh, well, I don't know if I could do it. Oh, well, maybe I put together this one lead magnet and now nobody's signing up for it. Oh, it doesn't work. So now we're already basically saying we are failing because we tried something one time, it didn't work, so now we just throw in the towel. And that is not what an entrepreneur is about. An entrepreneur is someone who continues to fight against, the current. Like, we don't care what current is coming against us. It's like, I'm going to find a way around that current, under it, or over it. But I'm not going to allow it to just push me out of this space, because I know that what I have to offer to my target audience is what they need. And that comes another issue with some entrepreneurs that are starting out. Their frustration is really not coming from their product or service, because it could be an excellent product and an excellent service. What their frustration is coming from is they don't know who their customer is. And when you don't know who you're speaking to, then of course you're not going to be clear on how to present it, because you don't know who your audience is. That's like you have something that is for an adult, but you're trying to, give it to a kid, and the kid is like, like, it's like wonk wonk wonk. I don't even understand what you're saying, because you're bringing it to the wrong people. So another thing, as far as another obstacle to overcome as an entrepreneur, is procrastination. And this is something that it used to paralyze me. And the whole bottom line of it is, there's an underlying fear. That is what procrastination is. Now, I want to bring it to you in this way, because we can procrastinate on something not only because we may not know what it is that we need to do, we may know what to do, how to execute on it, but now the determining factor is saying, wow, if I go ahead and execute on this thing that I've been putting off for so long, and if I go ahead and do it, in your mind the wheels are turning now, because most of the time it's not, oh, if it don't work. Sometimes the fear also could be, what if it does work? What if I do meet my goals? What if I do meet my objectives? Now I'm required to now level up. Now I'm required to go above and beyond what I've already done. So I don't know how to do that, because you're feeling within yourself, I have not reached that level yet. So people are going to be expecting me to now show up, because I don't want to be just, what they would say in the record industry, a one-hit wonder. So now, am I going to be able to sustain what it is that I'm doing? So that can be another part of your apprehension, is that fear of, wow, if I meet my goals, now am I going to be able to sustain it the way I want to? And the whole thing about that too, let me just calm your fears, because once you meet your goal, monetary, you know that you have a set price in mind, hopefully you know that, and you're saying, okay, well, I want to reach this amount. So when you reach that amount and you hit that amount, and now you're seeing, an overwhelming response from your target customers, who are now signing up for your email list. They're looking to see what other products and services you have. They want to consult with you. So now you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed before that situation even becomes reality. And the whole way to combat that is saying, no, have that plan. Come on now, we need to have that business plan. In order to combat that, is now what you do is you say, okay, when I meet this stage in my business, or when I meet this money goal in my business, then I'm going to bring on a VA, or I'm going to bring on somebody who can help me with social media marketing. I'm going to bring in maybe, a web designer, or whatever, that copyright, or whatever that looks like, because now you have the finances to now outsource other people to come on and be part of your team, where at one point you may have been doing it all by yourself, but now you have others that can now come in and help you with that. So once we start thinking in that mindset of saying, no, once I level up, then now I'm able to bring in other people to help me to keep this sustainability, to see my business grow. So we have to get out of all of those, those fears. And I would even suggest writing them down. Like, what are your apprehensions? And I'll just maybe throw some out there because I've heard it across social media. And this is the reason why I'm here to help entrepreneurs to get out of their head and to start getting their business in order so they can basically live the life that you want to live. I mean, come on now. Your business could mean you leaving that 9-to-5 job. Your business could be to the point of where you can work when you choose to work. You can work from another location if that is the type of business you have, where you can just pick up laptop, family, listen, we going on vacation. I may have my laptop with me just to answer a couple of calls or emails, but I'm not going to be doing work the whole vacation, because it is a vacation. But it's just to let you know that that is the lifestyle that you want. I mean, come on, we see so many people either on Instagram, on YouTube, even on Facebook, that they're at these beautiful locations and they're just enjoying their life. And we're sometimes sitting behind, our laptop or cell phone, and we're basically like, oh, I want that. But then our mind is saying, well, it's available for you too. It's available for you too, but you just have to keep at it. You have to know that those fears and apprehensions is basically just you trying to work it out within yourself, but you have to know that you have the ability to do it. You just have to believe in you more than what those apprehensions are basically telling you. You have to say, no, I can do this. I can overcome this. Hey, if somebody says, no, they don't want this product or service, I'm not going to take that personally. It wasn't my target customer. I'm just going to keep going until I find who is my target audience, and then I am going to serve them like they've never been served before with my products and services. I'm going to make sure that they know that I am the authority in what I'm bringing forward in my business. And that's just, you're not knocking the next business person. You're just saying, hey, what I do, hey, I don't do it like them. I do it in excellence. I do it with integrity. I do it whatever your acronyms or synonyms are of how you would put it out there. But you have to know the first part of being an entrepreneur is getting your mindset right, because mindset is basically the thing that will keep you stuck. Once you get clear on, no, I deserve to be in this space because I've put time in it. I've studied, I've researched, I've fallen short. I didn't do things when I needed to do things. Sometimes we got to be honest with ourselves. But the whole bottom line, that I know that in this space, I am supposed to be here because I know that I can make a really good living off of what I do to help other people. And there's no harm in that. And I think sometimes we get so afraid to say about the money of when it comes to even pricing our products, that we want to be like, oh, well, is that too much? And whenever you got to ask your customer or client, well, I charge this price, but is that too much? Then it's letting them know that you're not sure about your business. It's letting them know that there's some fears and apprehensions about that. But when you're confident and you know that what you bring to the table is value, regardless of what they see the prices, saying, listen, this right here, that price, it should even be more because the value that I bring to you is way more than what I'm charging. So I understand that there may be some, money things going on with you, but maybe you can figure that out. But, this is what I charge. And it's not even to break it down, like maybe, depending on what that amount is. And this is what I'll put out there because the thought just came to me. If you are charging, say, a product for like $500 or whatever, and you can say, okay, I'll take 2 payments of $500. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you start doing something like under $500, like $149, $250, and you want to give people payment plans, no, this is ridiculous. It's like, listen, I know people who are charging upwards to $5,000-$10,000, and they like want their money straight up, and because they know who they are, they have confidence in what their product or service is, and they know who they serve. They know that the people who they're speaking to can afford that. So they're not haggling on the price. You ain't at no auction, well, in an auction prices go up, but you're not at no place where you're basically, just bidding to see, who gives you the best bid. No, this is set in stone because I know what I put into it. So when you are what I would say comfortable, not even to say comfortable, but when you are confident, that's the word. When you are confident in what you do, then you'll start looking at your business and what you bring to others, and you'll start filtering out those who are not serious in purchasing, because they want to see, and sometimes that fear, now I want to say this, sometimes the fear and apprehension that others have, it kind of is basically the fears and apprehensions you have. So it's like kind of a magnet is coming together, because you're like saying, oh, well, I really don't want to lose this client, or, oh, this may be a big client for me, because this right here, maybe just say $1,000, and you're like, I don't want to lose that $1,000, and they're like, oh, well, I can't do 1,000, but I could do like 600, and you're like thinking like, well, I can pay this. Let me see. And then you're trying to really think in your brain, can you really come down that low no, sorry, but this is listen, I'm going to tell you the value that you're going to get for this $1,000. And then you tell me, even after that $1,000, do you still owe me some money? Because then you notice after I tell you the value, you're going to say, oh, wow, that's more than 1,000. You're right. Okay. Let me write the check, or let me transfer my funds over, or here's my credit card, because that's the way you want to show up in your business. And I'm telling you this from experience, because I had to get over those same issues. I know that there's nights that you and even myself have I have spent nights up to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning researching, doing all of what I would say, enhancing my skill set, making sure that I know what is coming out new, how to, continue with this social media, because social media is continuing to change. So you have to stay, abreast of what's going on. So when I got to that point of, wait a minute, I done put long nights in, I done studied, I done my due diligence. So now I'm going to come out off after all of those months and maybe years that I done put into this, and just say, okay, well, just give me $300. I'll give you three payment plans to pay me. I'm sure now that I'm saying it to you that way, it makes so much sense. So as an entrepreneur, you need to basically get in the mindset of how to get your mind in a position that you are in business. You have a business. And you are basically not giving your business away for free. That's why you have to do a business plan. Why? Because it lets you know if your business is profitable. If you don't have, there was a statement that I'm so sorry that, I know his first name is James, but I don't know what else he goes under. But I was watching this live, and he was helping another entrepreneur who had the same issues that a whole lot of us entrepreneurs have. Fear of starting their business, all of the doubt that was coming up that was paralyzing her from stepping out and doing what she knows she needed to do. And he made a statement, and let me see, what did I do with the statement? Because I like to write things down. He said, you can't grow what you can't measure. And I was like, that is so true. Because a lot of times we're just throwing out these numbers, but we don't even know if the number that we're throwing out is profitable. We don't even know if that course that you just created, or that ebook that you're charging, is it going to meet the expenses that you have in your business? Is it going to meet the expenses that you have as you're living? If you have rent, car insurance, health insurance, food bill, light bill, cable bill, cell phone bill, all of those bills. So now and I know those are basically, our living expenses, but as far as the business expense goes, is it going to cover the business expenses? And then are you going to have money left over to basically, take care of the living expenses? Because why are you in business? To help you create the lifestyle that you want. So if you know that you can't pay your bills off of your products and services, then now we need to go back and we need to do some numbers. We need to go back and make sure that the business is profitable. We need to go back and make sure that you are pricing your products accordingly, so when you are now putting it out there to make money, you will hit your target goal. I believe the mindset around, you know, pricing is sometimes we think we need to have 10,000 people for, you know, to buy something, when it's so not true. And that's the reason how you know that you're not pricing your products and services accordingly. Because if you have a product for $1,000 and you sell it to 10 people, you only need 10 people and you done made $10,000. I mean, that's right there is a no-brainer. So it's not that you need a whole lot of people to buy your product or your service, but you need to price it in a way that you know that you're meeting your revenue goals, that you're able to take care of your family, you're able to take care of your business, and now you're looking as an authority in what it is that you do, because now you're understanding, wow, it's a numbers game. I mean, being in business is about, are you meeting your goals? Are you meeting your number goal? And a lot of times people don't even understand, you know, well, what goals should I be meeting? It goes by your expenses. It goes by, you know, what expenses does the business have? Do you have a website? Are you paying hosting fees? You know, do you have any CRMs, you know, customer relationship management tools that you have to pay for every month? What other, do you have any certain types of subscriptions or things of that nature? That, and then you can also use your phone and make that a business expense, especially if you're using it most of the time for business. So these are expenses that the business incurs. Do you do marketing? Do you have a marketing budget? That is an expense for you to get customers into the business. So all of that is something that needs to be calculated within your business. And for that specific purpose, I've created courses to help entrepreneurs with those exact same areas, so they can get out of frustration, overwhelm, so you can stop being on this hamster wheel doing this turn, and get what you need to get so you can do what you need to do. And the first thing is getting it up here, is getting out of the overwhelm, overthinking, and get out of the procrastination and start hitting your goals. So my name is Michelle C. Riley. You can visit me at michellecriley.com. That's MICHELE, C as in cat, RILEY.com. And you can visit me, not visit me, but you can join my Facebook group at Savvypreneurs. That's SAVVYPRENEURS. And there, I'm going to help you. There's many tutorials there. There's just things that you can just go in within the group and get some type of understanding, learn new things, and then you can also ask me a question and I will come in and I will answer it for you. So I just hope that this video encourages you and motivates you to get out of your head. And what I'm going to also do, I have a video that you can look, that's called, you know, shifting your mindset, and I'm going to link all those things that I just said to you today about the website, the Facebook group, and the mindset video, so this way you'll be able to capitalize on getting your business where it needs to be. So have a great day, and if you have any questions, you can also put it in the comments below, and I am here to equip, educate, and inspire. Bye-bye.